Hello, good morning once again to each and everyone. I bring you greetings from Tete Karachi, and I hope you are all doing fine. I hope you are all doing amazingly fine. And it's another brand new day. I'm bringing you this motivational moments from Tete Karachi, the city of Tete Karachi. So I would like you to join me so that we can have this amazing moment, a great moment of motivation and also inspirational moment of teaching each other how we can grow together and how we can learn about some few things to use it to encourage each other and to also improve in life. So this morning I'm going to share on a topic which I've titled, and I've also worked on it extensively, which I've titled, What is your next move after failure? What is your next move after failure? This is a very powerful and an awesome topic that I have put together by the direction of God. And I hope what I'm coming to share with you and I this morning is going to be a moment of life transformation, a moment that you and I can learn about amazing things to help us improve in life, to help us have faith and also believe in ourselves at the moments when we feel like giving up, moments when we feel like nothing is going on well for us. So this morning we are going to look at this topic, and I would like to start with by saying that thanks to each and everyone, my friends, my brothers and sisters, each and everyone who have been supportive. God richly bless you. And it is my prayer that what I'm going to share with all of us today will be something that you and I can learn from it, something that you and I can take hold of it and use it to empower ourselves and improve in life. So I would like to start on with the meaning of what. If someone should ask you, what is the meaning of next move? What does it mean to say next move in the aspect of failure? So the next move is what? What comes subsequent? What comes next? Okay, or your subsequent move. That is the meaning of next move. Okay, what comes next or your subsequent move. That is what it means to say what? Next move. So we also like to look at what it means to say failure. So failure is lack of success. Okay. Failure is what? Lack of success or the inability to meet an expectation. That is what it means to say what? Failure. Failure is lack of success or the inability to meet an expectation. So there is an expectation that you and I want to meet. There is a target, there is a goal that we've set for ourselves, be it in our personal lives, in our businesses, the business that we've started, or in the goals, in the ideas that we are developing and also implementing. Okay, so when we are unable to meet this expectation or these goals, then we one way or the other feel like what? We are losing or we are failing in life. So that is what it means to say what? Failure. Failure is lack of success or the inability to meet an expectation. So there is a target, there is a goal, there is something that you set for yourself that you want to achieve. So at the moment when you are not achieving these things, you feel like what? You are failing in the things that you set for yourself. So we also like to go deeper and look at what it means to say what is your next move after failure. I'm asking myself, when you are unable to meet your expectation and you feel like what? You are failed in life. After failing, what is your next move after you failing? Okay, that's the question that you have to ask yourself. Most of us, not everybody will achieve his or her goals. There are times that we might fall short of what our target, and we might not be able to achieve these things. But when we find ourselves in this moment, let's encourage ourselves. Let us inspire ourselves. Encourage ourselves that what everything is going to be fine. Okay. So the one who fails during failure, or the one who falls during failure and gets up, is the strongest one who never tried. Okay. So excuse me, the one who falls during failure, okay, and gets up is stronger than the one who never tried. So anyone who has failed in life, or who has fallen through failure and has tried, okay, this person is stronger than someone who couldn't even try anything at all. Because when you try the first time and you fail, you gain experience, okay? You gain an experience that you will use in life to build you in life, to propel you to become the best version of you in future. So the one who falls during failure, who has tried, but the person has fallen, has failed, okay, and gets up, this person gets up stronger. And this person is better than someone who hasn't tried at all. Okay, so failure gives us the room for you and I to learn, for you and I to prepare ourselves and learn from the experiences of failure and use them to guide ourselves. So every failure you experience isn't over until you gather courage to come back stronger. So every failure that we experience, okay, every failure that you experience through the moment of you chasing after your dreams, the moment of you chasing after your goals, be it in school or in academics or in business, in your personal lives, okay, when you are trying to chase your goals and you experience failure, okay, you've already taken a step. And when you experience failure, this thing isn't over. For you to get to wherever you want to get to, it isn't over. Okay, so you have to have the courage enough to come back stronger, to come back boldly, to come back strong, to come back prepared. Okay, because failure builds a new personality altogether. Failure builds a new personality altogether. Okay, it makes you, so the question is, after failure, what is your next move? Your next move is for you to have courage to come back stronger than before. Okay, to come back stronger, to come back more prepared because you have the experience enough. Okay, because you have the experience enough. A minute. Because you have the experience enough. Okay, so failure gives you the courage to get prepared and come back stronger. Okay, so you're coming back. So when you fall, when you fail in life, your coming back should be greater than before, because you have gained the experience, and through the experience you can come back better and more stronger than before, because it gives you a new courage, a new sense of what you being able to channel all your energy, okay, the things that you couldn't do before, and do it much more better. Okay, so you can come back more greater and more powerful than before. So the hunger should be unquenchable for success. Okay, so your next move is for you to use your failure in the past, okay, for you to allow your coming back to be greater than before. Okay, and your hunger should be what? Unquenchable for success. Okay, let your failures build you. Build an inner spirit in you. Okay, your next move is what? I've failed before, so what should I do next? How should I channel my energy, my failures into what? In just a winning path, a winning something that I can gain much more from it. Okay, so your hunger should be much more greater than before. So you come back. So your comeback should always be greater than your setbacks. So your comeback. So after you fail it, the question you ask yourself is, what is my next move? What is my next move? What is my next move? So the question you have to ask yourself is, what is my next move? My next move is what? My comeback should be greater than what? My setback. My comeback should be greater. My comeback should be greater than what? My setbacks. So your comeback should always be greater than what? Your setbacks and your failures. Giving up at this point shouldn't be encouraged. So the moment when you feel like what? Giving up, and you've already lost in life, you've already failed in life. Okay? Your comeback should always, you've already failed in life. But the question you should ask yourself is what? The question you should ask yourself is what? How should I channel my failures into my success? Okay? How should I channel what? My failures into my success. Okay? So your comeback should always be greater than what? Your setbacks. Giving up at this point shouldn't be encouraged. Should never be encouraged. So there was something that what Ziegler said. He said that what? It is not how far you fall, but how high you bounce back that counts. Okay? It is not how far you fall, but it is how high, okay, you bounce back that counts. Okay, so there are moments when you feel like what? You are giving up. It's like you failed in life. And what? It's like you're falling down. But when you look at your left, when you look at your right, you don't know where else to go. Okay? But your failures are things that should be able to encourage you, should be able to empower you, should be able to encourage you. So Zig Ziglar said what? It is not how far you fall. We shouldn't always look at how we've fallen down. We shouldn't take delight in our failures. Okay? But we should look at how you and I, we can bounce back. Our next step in life. Okay, our next step in life. So there was something that what Margaret Thatcher also said. Margaret Thatcher also said what? You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. Okay, you may have to fight a battle more than just once. Most of the success stories that have been achieved in life, most of the things that have been able to achieve in life, there are things that were not done on just one basis, on just a period of time. There were things that were done on consistent basis. Okay, so Margaret Thatcher is saying what? You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. Okay, because when you look at even the practical aspects of businesses, the practical aspects of most of the companies that are doing well in our time, you could see that they didn't just stand up and start a business, and the business is performing so well and recording massive profits and all that. There were things that they just have to go through. They have to go through the period of what? Starting up, the period of what? Like the baby stages, the maturity, and the growth. You understand? So you have to fight a battle. Failure will come. The challenges of life will come. Failure will surely come on your way. Okay? But when failure comes, how do you use it to energize yourself to become a champion once again? How will you use it for you to direct your path as in the next path after your failure? Okay, so you have to keep fighting more than once. You have to keep believing in yourself. You have to keep believing in your dreams. You have to keep believing in the goals that you set for yourself. Okay, because I believe that what, as I keep saying every day, nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. In everything, you have to keep fighting for it. You have to keep fighting for it. Okay, so there is something also, there is reason that I think we all know Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is the most of the best athletes in this world. Okay, it's one of the most decorated best athletes in this world, in our world. Okay, who played in the NBA. Okay, Jordan said something. He said, obstacles don't have to stop you. Obstacles don't have to stop you. Okay? If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Obstacles, as we see, failures are obstacles. They are mountains that surround or that are standing between you and your dreams and your purpose in life. Okay, and he said, what he said is, he said, obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Okay, there are times when you start an idea, when you start a project, when you start a business, it's like you are not seeing the foresight, like the next step of this idea that you started. You are not seeing the real image and the path that this idea and the business and wherever you want to see your business get to. You are not seeing it. You are not seeing it. But when you find yourself between your moments of your dreams and the obstacles, okay, you don't have to turn around and give up, but keep going. The moments when you keep going, you keep creating room for yourself. You keep learning from them, because your next move after your failure is something that should be greater than what the things that have set you back. The things that have set you back. Your next step, your next greater step should be mightier than what? Your setbacks. So failure should not be an excuse for us not to go after our purpose in life. Okay, including me, there are times that there are things that I do, and the way I want to get the results, I'm not getting it. The way you want to get the results, you are not getting it because you failed. Okay, and you ask yourself, what is my next step after my failure? What is my next step after the moment when my business isn't doing well? You ask yourself, should I give up? Should I give up? But giving up shouldn't be the answer. Giving up in your dream. The moment you give up, that is when you've allowed the definition of failure to be written all over your life, all over your dreams and your purpose. Okay, imagine you've decided to be a politician, and it's like the race is, like the Bible tells us that what the race is not for the swift. You understand? Okay, but it is for the strong. So for you and I to stay strong and to chase after the things that you want to do, we have to build a very strong self, a very strong mentality to use it to chase after our dreams and our purpose. Okay, so failure in life should never be an option. When you fail the first time, you ask yourself, what is my next move? Okay, my next move is that whatever will come on my way, I shouldn't use it as a yardstick to just to give up in life, to give up on myself, to give up on my dreams, to give up on the things that I want to do. Because mind you, the little steps that you are taking, one day it's going to be an impact that will change so many lives in this world. Okay, it's going to be a moment that is going to be something that is going to change many lives, many children on the streets, many people out there. Okay, so failure should not be an excuse for you and I not to go after our purpose in life. Okay, it should be rather a catalyst that you use in pushing you harder to achieve your goals. Okay, so I'm encouraging you this morning that what, when you find yourself in a moment that what you are failing, the question you ask yourself is what is my next move? My next move is that what I wouldn't allow failure to dictate into my next purpose in life, into my next step in life, into my next move in life. Okay, so keep pushing harder, keep believing. Okay, staying down isn't an answer. Staying on the floor and allowing failure to dictate to you, to speak to you, isn't an answer. Okay, because the road to success is not easy. The road to success is not easy. The road to success isn't easy. Okay, there are so many things that you go through. there are so many challenges that you face. There are so many battles that you are going to fight. But I encourage you that what? When your next move that you are taking, just trust in yourself. Just trust in your dream. Just trust in the steps that you are taking. Okay? And take mighty steps. So there is something also that Winston Churchill said. I'm somebody who likes to do research and read a lot. Okay? So there is something that what Winston Churchill said. He said what? Success is not it's not final. Okay? Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. Okay? It is the courage to continue that counts. Okay? There are times that like there are people who have started, let's say, excuse me to say, a business. They've started a business, an idea, a project, and like the thing is doing well massively, and they've gone back to relax. They've gone back to sleep. You understand? But that isn't the end. The actual thing begins from the middle. The actual trials during this moment begins from what? The growth stage. You understand? So what? If you are experiencing success from the beginning, okay, don't use it to relax. That is the moment when you have to keep fighting harder. That is the moment when you have to add more energy. You have to add more fire. You understand? You have to add more fire and believe that what? The steps that I am taking, the steps that I am taking are going to be marvelous. They are going to be impactful in the lives of other people. Okay, so greatness comes when you get knocked down. Greatness comes when you get knocked down. You rise and wake up from your failure. Okay, and use the same failure as a cornerstone to your success. Okay, so you ask yourself, what is my next move after failure? When failure knocks at your door and hits you so strong, when failure comes onto your door and hits you so strong, okay, you should know that you should be able to rise and use the same energy as a cornerstone that will lead you to the path of success. Okay, so greatness comes when you get knocked down on several occasions. You rise up from your failure. You rise up from your bats, from your buttons. Excuse me to use that word. From your bats, you rise up and say, what? Let me use my failure as a cornerstone to lead me to achieve more success in life. Excuse me. So there is nothing good that comes easy. There is nothing good that comes easy. Every nation that is a nation now has gone through moments of battles for the nations to fight for the things that they believe in, to be able to establish themselves as they are today. Okay, so there is nothing that comes easy. Nothing comes easy on a silver platter. There is always a price to be paid for the success that you are looking for the success, for the things that we want to achieve in life. There is a price that you and I have to pay for it. And the price is what? You and I not giving up because of just one thing that has led us to fail in life. Okay. There is something that should be able to encourage you and I to keep fighting. So take a deep breath. When you fail, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Okay, so when you find yourself in moments where it's like you are failing, just take a deep breath. Clean yourself up from the failure, from the debt that you've gotten through failure. Okay, just clean yourself off. Clean yourself and pick yourself up and pick yourself and start all over again. Starting all over again doesn't mean that you are a failure. Okay, by you staying down there defines you, and you not getting up defines you as the person who doesn't want to chase after his or her dream. And that is when failure sets in. And will you allow failure to dictate your dreams? Will you allow failure to dictate your purpose in life? I came here this morning to encourage you to stay focused, to believe in your dreams, to believe in your dreams, to believe. What is your next step after you experience or you've tasted failure? What is your next move? Is it that you are going to give up, or you stand up and keep chasing after your dreams? Okay, so failure in the first time allows you to learn through the process, and through the process it prepares you for something great, for a greater comeback. Okay, so your next move is that what? I will allow failure to prepare me for a greater comeback. Okay, there is much to gain from a greater comeback. Okay, comebacks are more interesting. Like you are watching football. Imagine you are watching a football in Champions League, and you can see that like Man U or your team is losing. These days, Man U loses a lot, so Man U is losing. But you could see that what they can be able to come back strong from they falling down and coming back stronger and winning the game. Okay, that is all that's what determination is about. That is what you chasing after your goals and your dreams is about. Excuse me, it's about. The purpose of man is not to just sit in failure, but rise in failure and become what? A change maker. Someone who can make impact out there. Okay, so this gives you the chance to make things right. So when your comeback is greater, it gives you the chance, the opportunity to make things right. Because there are things that this is your next move. This is your next move. You come back and make things right. You come back and set things right. Okay? It comes back and like you come back and make things right and put things in order, because you've gained the experience. Okay, because you've learned from failure, that you've tasted it and you've learned from it. So this gives you the chance to make things right and move your purpose, and makes you to move your purpose to the right path, because you've already gained the experience. It has prepared you, made you to build a capacity. Okay, so trust in me. You and I should believe in our dreams. You and I should always not give up the moment we are falling. There is a character that is in man, and that is what? Never giving up. And finding a new voice to your dreams, to your purpose, to the things that you have started and you failed at the first time. Failing doesn't mean what? You can't get up again. You can still do it. You can still become a champion. You can still become a champion. Okay? You can still become a champion. Okay? So when you make a mistake and you fail the first time, your subsequent steps after failure, you have to take your time and be very cautious. So when you fail the first time and you've learned from the experience, you've gained experiences through your failure, okay, your subsequent steps of after failure, you have to take your time. Take your time and be very cautious, so that you wouldn't commit the same mistakes that has led you to that path. Okay, you have to be very cautious. Very, 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 very cautious. Because I wouldn't like to say what you are out there, you want to experience failure twice. No. But what? You should be able to learn the first time and use it to guide your step to become someone who can make change out there, can inspire others out there. Okay, we are all in the process of what? Development. We are all in the process of what? Development. I keep saying that when you see a gold has to go through several stages of what? Refining. Okay, you have to refine it for several times before you get the level at which it is today. So let us encourage ourselves. Let's use what? Failure as our moment of what? Refining moment. Okay, refining moment. We are being refined. We are being prepared for something greater, for something powerful out there. Okay, so when you make a mistake and you fail the first time, your subsequent steps after failure, you have to take your time and be very cautious. Okay, take your time and be very cautious. So failure is a stepping stone to success. This is a saying that is known to most of us, including me, including you that you are listening. Okay, failure is a stepping stone to success. But what if failure keeps repeating itself and brings disappointment? Okay, so failure is a stepping stone to success. We all know this because it is preparing a greater step for us. It is preparing a greater path for us. It is preparing something great for us. So failure is a stepping stone to success. But what if it keeps repeating itself? Failure keeps repeating itself each and every day. Okay, at the end of the day, you could see that it will bring disappointment. It could bring what? Lack of self-belief in yourself and also in your dreams. Okay, so at this moment, okay, you have to have patience. So when you feel that, it keeps repeating itself several on countless occasions, and it's bringing disappointment, please relax and have patience. When you have patience, gather the courage. You stand up and persevere. Okay, you go after it once more and believe that what you can achieve it. And through this time, our characters are tried and tested. During our moments of downfall and failure, our characters are tried. Okay, excuse me to say, our characters are tried and tested. Okay, because when your character is tried and tested, it builds a capacity within yourself. Because your next move, you should be able to have a character that can stand firm in spite of everything that will be thrown at you. Okay, your character that you've built through the storms, through the challenging moments, you should be able to withstand anything that will be thrown at you. It is at this moment or time that you bounce back and prove yourself. So it is at this moment that you and I will bounce back and prove ourselves that we are worthy of a glory. You and I, we are worthy of what? Of a success. Okay. So there are certain life stories that I would like to share with you. Practical life stories of amazing people that I would like to share with you. That's what they've gone through what? Moments of what? Failure. Moments of failure, moments of they falling down. And these people have risen up to get to where they are today. Okay. So let's look at someone. This person, we all know him very well. Okay. We all know him very well, but excuse me, it's no more. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is someone who was like the co-founder of Apple. Okay. He was the co-founder of Apple. Like when we say the co-founder, people that pioneered an idea, they started a business together. You understand? He was a co-founder of Apple, but this man was fired from his own company. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company, something that he's a co-founder, something that he's a pioneer of a company. He was fired. But this same person bounced back from that failure and he continued from where he left off. You understand? He continued from where he left off. If it were to be someone, the moment you were hit down, you fell down the first time, like you just be dead. You lie down and you give up. Because if I'm Steve Jobs, I will have lost faith in myself because I've started a business with someone. I have co-founded a company, and the company is doing well. And you fire me for what reason? You understand? Hey, he accepted his fate. He went, prepared himself, because that was his next move. He went there, out there, prepared himself, and came back stronger, and took over from where he left off, and made Apple to succeed. Okay, so look at this story. So let's also look at what Henry Ford. Henry Ford went bankrupt 5 times. Henry Ford went bankrupt 5 times, but that never stopped him from what? Becoming the man who revolutionized industrial production in the world. You understand? He went bankrupt 5 times. He tried the first time, he failed. The second time, he failed. The third time, he failed. During this process, he was asking, what is my next goal? He keep on trying. So the 5th time, after his 5th failure, the 6th time, and he succeeded. And he became one of the greatest people who revolutionized industrial production in this world. Okay? So what is your next move after failure? Will you say, because I failed the first time, so I'm going to sit down and let failure sing its bad songs to me? Will I say that? No. Personally, for me, I wouldn't say that. Okay? But the thing is what? There is something that made you to start something, and that is what? Your vision, your purpose. And you have to believe in that and keep going. There are times when I start this, it's like nobody is watching and all that. But I keep telling myself, I know I am preparing myself for something great. I'm preparing myself for something powerful. In a part of this world, people want to see you on the screens and all that before they start believing in your dream. It is normal. But before that time, then you and I can say that it is too late. You understand? When we see people that have started something positive, let's encourage them. Let's tap their shoulders and tell them that what, keep on doing it. Keep on going after your dream. Keep on chasing it. And trust me, you will become part of the success story someday. Okay? You'll become part of the success story someday. If Christ, who came to die for our sins, okay, he was chastised so many times, but what? He believed in his purpose, the purpose that God has given to him, or God gave to him to come and manifest in this world, in this sinful world of ours. Okay, he believed in that. In spite of everything that was thrown at him, he believed in the purpose that God has directed him to do, and he never relents. He never relented. He kept going. Focus. And today you and I, we are here because of what Christ did for us. So I'm encouraging you that you should believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, because your dreams will let you keep going after whatever you want to do in life. Okay. So the last person I would like to talk to about is somebody that you and I know in this country. He's our own president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Okay, when we say people who should have given up in life, he could have been that one person. But our president has never given up on his dream of becoming the president of this country. I'm sharing this because this story is something that touches each and every one. Our Excellency stood for election, political election, on 2 occasions and failed all of them. He lost all of them. Okay, that was in 2008 and 2012. He lost all these elections. if it were to be you and I, we would have given up. But he asked himself, what is my next step? His next step is because he had a vision, he had a purpose. He had a dream that what he wants to become the next president of this country. He wants to become a president that can inspire people. You understand? He never relented or gave up on what? His dream. After losing his election on 2 occasions, he never, excuse me to say, relent or gave up on his dream. And he stood for an election in 2016 and he won. And now he is the president of this country on this is second term. You understand? So when you fail the first time, ask yourself, what is my next move? What is my next move? Should I allow failure? Excuse me. Should I allow failure to dictate to me or use it as a cornerstone for me to achieve whatever I want to achieve in life? Greatness is in failure. It depends on how you see it. Greatness is in failure. It depends on how you see it and how you use it. Okay, so let's look at something important. So how do you leverage on failure? How do you, when you ask yourself what is my next move? What is my next step? What is the next thing I want to do? Okay, you ask yourself these questions. And you also ask yourself, how do I leverage on failure? Failure can be leveraged on. It depends on how you see it. There are many success stories of businesses. Okay, there are things that we call benchmarking. There are things that we call leveraging. You understand? But failure can be leveraged on. Okay, so it means what? You experiencing failure and sharing your lessons. After experiencing failure, you have to share your lessons, okay, which will humanize you because you're a human. Okay, which you have to share your experiences because you are human, and this thing will humanize you. Okay, so it can help you to find common grounds with others. So it can help you and I to find common ground. You can see that when you are sharing your story on failure, you can see that there are people out there who have the same story, who can also use their stories to inspire you or to inspire each other, so that you can, gather yourself together and chase after your dreams once again. Okay, there are companies that were able to become what they are today because they met the same ideas and they viewed the same ideas to build their companies, and it is what it is today. So it can help you to find a common ground with others. So once you are bouncing out or you are bouncing out of your failure, look for ways to tell your story in inspirational way. Okay, so the moment when you are bouncing out of failure, you are coming out of failure, look for a way to tell your story, okay, which should be able to inspire others out there, should be able to inspire. It can also be a moment of what? It's renewing you, preparing you, or taking some negative things out of your system. Because the moment when you excuse me to say, per studies, when you share your challenges, when you share your struggles, okay, you are able to shred or take off some burden from yourself. Okay, so you should be able to share your own stories about failure, so that you can be able to inspire others out there, so that you can be able to also learn from the challenges of others. Okay, so the road to success is not easy. Okay, so you should be able to find ways to tell your story in inspirational ways. Perhaps one that will boost your personal brand. You should be able to tell your stories on failure regarding ones that will be able to boost your personal brand. We all have a brand that we have to boost. I have a personal brand I have to boost. You also have a personal brand that you have to boost. Okay, your brand is for you to identify that one unique thing that sets you apart from others. Okay, that will make you an awesome person. So after failing and you pick yourself up to go again, this time your next move is to stay disciplined. So after you pick yourself up after failing to go after your dreams once again, after your purpose, your goals once again, you have to stay disciplined. You have to stay committed and resilient and go harder, but with care, because you have experienced, or you have gained experience through failure. Okay, so when you've gone through failure and you want to rise up again and chase after your dreams, please, you have to do this with discipline. You have to do this with you being careful, you staying committed to your goals and your dreams. Okay, you staying resilient and going harder, because you have experienced failure and you have gained the experience, or you have experienced failure before and you have gained the experience to guide you to achieve your dreams. Okay, so you should be able to be prepared for failure. Failure is inevitable. Failure is inevitable. So your next move is to dream bigger. So you and I have the 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 ability, or we have been challenged to dream bigger after failing the first time. Okay, so your next move is to dream bigger. See the bigger picture about your purpose. Dreaming big gives you the ability to win. So dreaming big gives you and I the ability to win. So you have to dream big. You have to see the bigger picture. You have to see the bigger picture in yourself and also in your dream. Okay, because if you don't see the bigger picture, it's like you are looking less of yourself. Okay, so see the bigger picture. So you will at some point fall, and when you fall, know this: failure is another thing. Okay, failure is another thing, or is trying to, or is another thing, or trying to move us in another direction. So you have to know that what you at some point fail or fall. Okay, but when you fall. Know this: failure is another thing that is trying to move us in another direction. So the moments when we are looking for our next move after our failure and we are gaining the experience, that is when we are also finding different direction to our success. Okay, so because there is no such thing as failure, but learn from every mistake. So you and I have to learn from every mistake. You have to learn from every failure. Every stone that has been thrown at you, use it to build something great. Okay, so start the present by creating a vision for yourself. So you have to start the present by creating a vision for yourself, your life and your career. So you have to start the present by what? Creating a vision for yourself, your life, and your career. So bounce back from failure and create what you want in life. Rebuild and rebrand. Okay? When you bounce back, you have to create what you want, rebuild and rebrand. Okay? Tell yourself it is possible along the way. It is possible. Anything is possible. And trust me, we can achieve anything. Tell yourself it is possible along the way. Okay, have patience and maintain peace with yourself during the process. So have patience and maintain peace with yourself during the process. Okay, so trust in yourself, trust in your abilities, trust in your dreams, trust in your purpose, and you will surely get there. You and I will surely get there. Okay, so failure is part of success. So for me to conclude, I like to say that failure is part of success, or the process of success. So failure is part of success, or it's a process of success. Okay. When you avoid failure, you avoid success. That was why I said that what failure is inevitable in life. Okay. It is an ingredient that you and I have to be prepared for and use it in our soup of success. Okay? It is an ingredient that you and I have to be prepared for and use for our soup of success. Okay? So when you avoid failure, you avoid success. So your next move after failure is the most important thing. Your next move after failure is the most important thing. And the moment that defines you, and the moment that defines you and I. Okay, so we should never run away from failure. Failure is a moment that prepares you and I. It gives us the courage to keep fighting, to keep believing our dreams and whatever I want to do in life. I want to thank each and everyone who has taken time to watch me and also watch this live feed. God richly bless you. It is my prayer that we'll keep doing this on a regular basis. Please, these are powerful teachings. Kindly share so that other people will also listen and also be inspired through this time, because we all need these things to keep us going. I really want to thank you all for listening and for spending time with me during this few minutes. Till I see you next week once again, I say God richly bless you and be safe. Have a lovely week and stay safe and be awesome. Bye-bye. Take care.